Hello everyone, this is Sarah and I'm back to do a little bit of a talk about my 2017 reading goals. Now these are not going to be YouTube goals because I just want to keep making videos, so that's kind of not a very interesting goal. These are more of the different things that I would like to accomplish with my reading. The first things first, Goodreads, I always set my challenge to 52 books. I don't really use it as a reading challenge. I just use it like to put in books, and then I'll slowly put it up until about November. Once November hits, I don't up it anymore. I know I don't use it in the way that it's intended, but it works for me and I'm going with it. One of the first goals that I have is to read certain genres of books, and I don't know if this is going to be a very difficult goal because these are genres that I normally will grab at least one book out of, but I would still like to read at least one of each of these types of books. And let me just clarify one thing. I don't consider middle grade and YA to be genres. I consider those to be recommended age groups. Any of these genres can be fulfilled with either a middle grade, a young adult, or an adult book. I don't really care. So I have a play, a nonfiction, a graphic novel, fiction book, science fiction, fantasy, adventure, romance, chick lit, mystery, standard mystery, I should say, a cozy mystery, a book that's been translated, and a classic. I don't foresee too many problems with that. I won't be doing any jars or anything. I'm just going to continue to read naturally, and these things should likely just happen on their own. For the second goal, like to read books from these two authors. I would like to read another Agatha Christie novel. I read And Then There Were None this past year and I loved it, and I would love to read another book of hers. And I also read Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, and I would really like to read another Dickens book, which has been a great problem for me because I do not know which one to read next. And everyone gives me a different book. So I don't even have two people saying, like, I can't even, I have no idea which one I'm going to read. The third goal is kind of a weird one, but I do not want to participate in more than 2 year-long challenges, and I have them already picked out. I am doing the Nothing But Reading challenges on Goodreads I'm part of, and I'm going to be doing the All About You Part 2 because Part 1 I will complete at the end of this month, December. And I am participating in Mount TBR 2017. And I said that I would read 36 books from my owned books. The only 2 challenges that I want that are going to be year-long. This will hopefully free me up to do more readathons and to kind of unstructure my reading just a little bit because it got to be a little bit too much at the end of this year with the structuring of what I need to read. And I really am a mood reader, so I'd really like to have a little bit more freedom. The fourth goal I have is to read the books that I get from my book boxes within 2 months. This one's going to be a beast. I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish it, but I want to put it out there because I don't want these books sitting around forever on my shelves collecting dust. I picked them out and brought them home for a reason, and I want to read them. And those are only from the book boxes. Now, some of the books that I end up purchasing I don't mind not reading right away because sometimes I buy books in a series that I know I'm going to finish or that I want to collect, but I tend to like to binge read. After the first book, I like to have all the rest of the books out so I can just binge read through the series. That's kind of how I like to accomplish things. But I like their covers to match, so they'll sit on my shelf. So those I don't mind. But the book boxes, especially book of the month, like, come on. I picked out the book. I need to read it. My fifth goal is to complete some series. The Pink Carnation series, but that involves rereading the first 6 because I think there's 13 books in all. I need to reread the first 6 and then continue on, but I want to finish that this year. I want to finish the Mother-Daughter Book Club. I've only read the first book of that and I want to finish it. The Lucky Harbor series, which I am actively finishing at this time. And 2 other romance series that I own several of the books for. The Wyndham series, I think it's by Grace Burrows, and the Survivors Club series by Mary Baylog. So I'm sensing that this is going to be a romance-heavy year. Sorry, everyone. The final goal that I have this year is not really a goal, but more of a suggestion to myself, is to prioritize reading the books on my shelf and that I own first. So if there's a readathon, or if I participate in a Goodreads challenge, or any of those things, to look on my shelves for books that fit the challenges first. Because I really would like, and this is a goal, I would really like to end 2017 with less books on my shelves than I started with. It could only be by 1. I'm not picky. I would like to end with less books than what I start. End of story. I have close to 300 books. I will update and let you know exactly how many books I have. I can't even remember at this point, but less than what I started, even if it's just by 1. And that is going to require me to definitely prioritize my own books in my reading. So that's kind of what I have on my plate for 2017. And I will hopefully do like a mid-year check-in and an end-of-year check-in next year, or this year, whatever, in 2017. I'll try to do some check-ins. I have it all written down on the front of my bullet journal, what my goals are, so that I can, you can't even see it, so that I can, be honest with myself. I hope that everyone has a great reading year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it being a little less classic heavy, to be honest. That's all I got. Toodles!